In 2014, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. The surgery was successful. After 3 months of healing, my life was pretty much back to normal. I was having fun, I was getting interested into dating. I put myself through nursing classes and I was a successful esthetician. And then January 2021, my whole life changed. I was having extreme pain in my brain and also down my back. Then my eyes dilated. All the lights were really bright and they stretched out. It got so bad that on January 9th, when I was home, I got up out of bed and I collapsed on the counter. When I went to the hospital, I was there for 7 hours. I started to cry and I was freaking out. The doctors couldn't do anything for me, so they sent me home with Ativan to help me with my panic attacks. After I completed my Ativan, I experienced shakiness, extreme fear, even higher anxiety. I didn't know it, but my body was going through severe withdrawals. This is when my panic attacks became unbearable. And I'd start hyperventilating. And I couldn't stop myself. I couldn't be consoled. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't leave the house. It got so bad that I just couldn't eat anymore. The pain was excruciating. And I'm 5'5", and then went all the way to 80. My panic attacks were so life-changing. I had to ask my dad to move in with me because I needed 24-hour care.
You need to quit your job, you need to quit your job, you need to quit your job.
My dad had to quit his job and take early retirement.
Esther's panic attacks can last sometimes all day long.
My dad, when I was in a corner balled up or screaming, he would say, "Esther, stop it. Esther, 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 stop. What are you doing?" About 6 months ago, when I had the extreme panic attack, my dad wasn't really helping me enough, so I just grabbed the clothes like a person and I was just screaming and crying because there was so much pain. My dad, the only thing he really knows to do is give me more medication.
We first started with the Ativan. As the panic attacks and the anxiety attacks were increasing, we gave her more medicine. It was actually becoming addicting to her.
One time I had a really bad panic attack and he thought that it was self-induced.
No.
I said, "No, I really need help. Please help me. Please breathe with me." And he said, "I can't do this anymore." And he walked out. And he said, "You better get it right." And then he left. Instead of my dad realizing that they're real medical panic attacks, he thinks I can just turn it on and turn it off. Even though I rely on my dad to help me, he makes my stress worse.
Tell me about your existence, your world before the brain tumor.
My world was amazing. I was very active in sports and school, and I was an esthetician, very successful, and I really didn't have any fears at all.
And what was your sport?
I played volleyball, basketball, and softball.
And it's been how long since your surgery?
Close to 7 years.
Okay. How do you think she's doing these days?
I think she's doing really good compared to what it's been like this last year that she's had to go through. She's had a lot of physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain. She had lost a lot of weight.
Right.
And she's gained a lot of that back, and she's a lot more healthier.
What would be the biggest negative right now?
It would be the panic attacks, but also my vision.
Okay, and describe your vision problem.
So my eyes are dilated. They're really large, and when I look at words against a black screen, like white words, I see double.
I've seen your panic attacks. They really seem severe.
You're gonna live.
Now, sometimes you will throw yourself on the floor and just scream. Is that out of frustration?
No, something is happening to me that I can't control.
What?
I don't fully know what it is. Everything in my body is shaking and clenching, and it's not something that I'm actually doing. It's involuntary.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.